Yeah.
All right, let's get on to our opening drive brought to you by Chevy. All right, Clay, Bears are ramping up. Phase 3 of the offseason program begins this week. Tomorrow, OTAs begin. This week's workouts, they're voluntary. Remember that, Jalen Johnson. But many of Chicago's star players are expected to be in attendance. Our first down. Yes, the Bears begin tomorrow the process of the 2026 season. This is where you get on the grass, as they say, Clay. So from your perspective as a former player, how do veterans view this opportunity, or is it less of an opportunity as it is a mandatory thing that you feel like it's drudgery?
It's an opportunity, definitely an opportunity to get better, and this year is going to feel a heck of a lot different than last year. Last year, there was a lot of mental clutter. You're trying to figure out what's going on with this new system, new coaching staff, new playbook. Everything's new. The plays, the motions, the shifts, the Gatorade is new. The snacks in the snack room is new. So this year, when they come back to OTAs, now you're playing a little bit more chess. Now you're trying to, how can I beat this guy with leverage? How can I line up maybe 6 inches on my split? You're trying to really get to know this offense, this defense intimately, so you can be more confident in it and be able to play a lot better and feel more comfortable in the system.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week, a couple days next week. Then you have the mandatory mini camp where you come together, then they adjourn. Is this truly the training camp for training camp? Do you want to see from a coaching perspective exactly what you're working with, or do you use this time to begin the install, to take that next step? We heard from Dennis Allen. It's time to coach him up better. Is this when you start to coach them up better?
Oh, yeah, you're installing everything. So this is good because you got this install in last year. You put it in OTAs. You put it in rookie minicamp. You put it in training camp, and then you have another install for games. So you've got to go through a whole season with this system. Now you're coming back, and it's like a bank. You're compounding all these things. Compound interest is a beautiful thing if you're in the stock market. It's the same when you're compounding these plays, this offense. So now you're putting a lot on top of that, and you're going to be so much better because you're so much more comfortable.
You'll give us the top 3 storylines later in Clay's Corner, but when you look at when they get on the field, really for the first time as a collective group, as a new coaching staff coming together, I'm just as curious, and I think, the new players, the rookies, and all how these things come together, maybe some of the new veterans that are joining the team, but the new coaches, Ben Johnson and now Dennis Allen has put so much emphasis on that part of the operation that you wonder how these guys are going to mesh in that chemistry with the players and with each other.
I think he said exactly right. If I had to give a storyline, just an overarching, we're going to touch on this during Clay's Corner, but it's just how do these guys improve from a year in the system? Is Dennis Allen's defense going to be a lot more multiple? Is he going to be able to send more blitzes? Is he going to be able to move his guys around more while still working on the fundamentals like he told everybody he needed to get more pressure?
That brings us to our second down when JT Barrett, the quarterback's coach, told everybody last week just what his expectations are of Caleb Williams.
Probably the communication in the huddle is something that you see in the spring that's been amazing. Then also just the ability to accept criticism. I think there was a time last year, it's definitely early on, everybody in the room, not just Caleb. There was definitely some tension, and I had to stop the meeting and was like, hey, fellas, we're just talking about being better quarterbacks here. Nobody's a bad person. We're all good. And then looking around, and it was like, yeah, we're all right, then cool. And like I said, that was everybody in the room. But with that, I think he's just realizing where he has so much potential and he could do so much. With that, we're just scratching the surface on some of this stuff.
Clay, a year ago, that was JT Barrett. We were talking about how well Caleb Williams can respond to coaching, the little things, the cadence, dropping back. This year, we're talking about him being a top 5 quarterback in the NFL, potentially. Is coachability one of his greatest, most underrated strengths?
Yeah, absolutely, because you talk about, obviously, the arm talent, the off-platform throws, the athletic ability. I go back to a quick story. I had a cup of coffee, maybe more like an espresso shot, with the New England Patriots, but I was there for all OTAs, all the training camp, and in some of the games in the season. One of the things that surprised me was how Bill Belichick coached everybody hard. One of those guys, Tom Brady. five-time NFL champion at that point. He was a multiple MVP. I remember Tom sitting in the front row taking notes after a practice. We had a rough practice in offense. Even happened in New England with the Patriots with Tom Brady. And Bill, for a couple minutes straight, is going after Tom. Tom's got to be better. Tom is sitting there in the front row taking notes, taking the coaching, and takes it out to the field the next day, and we just crushed the defense. That shows you being great isn't just something you're born with. It's something you have to work at, and you have to work at it every day. And I think Caleb Williams is a guy that has that mentality, and that's why you got to trust that he is going to be a guy that continues to trend upward.
He knows what he's capable of accomplishing. He has big ambition. If you are Caleb Williams and you know yourself as that suggests, what does he work on this time of the year entering season 3?
Oh, yeah, command and huddle operation. I think that was something that we looked at last year. Can they get out of the huddle? Can you call the play cleanly? Can you break the huddle with urgency? Are the motions on time? Those little things. Then we go to pre-snap diagnosis. Is it one high? Is it too high? Where's the nickel? Is there pressure showing? Am I taken care of with blitz? And then finally, you got to work on your footwork. 3 steps mean 3 steps. 5 steps means 5 steps. 7 steps means 7 steps. Hitch means hitch and throw. So there's those things, making sure that you're not drifting in the pocket, making sure that you're not holding on to the ball too long, and you take care of the putts, and you don't just try to hit the long ball like Murakami, and you make sure that you take care of everything. The singles and the doubles matter just as much.
On third down, let's go to the other side of the ball. Talked to Brad Biggs this morning on Mulling Haw about Kyler Gordon and where he might be.
Gordon got a $40 million extension that made him the highest paid nickel cornerback in the league at the time, a little more than 13 months ago. All the guaranteed money in that deal, I think the total guarantee was about $21 million. It's up after the end of this season. If he has another injury-racked season, I don't see how they bring him back with no more guarantees left in the deal.
Clay, Kyler Gordon not on the field yet for OTAs because of a soft tissue injury. We don't know specifics, but do we need any? Because if he's not on the field, you wonder with a guy like this. This is not an overreaction. Not every one of the 53 guys are you going to look at the same way. But somebody who missed as much time as Kyler Gordon did last year, when you hear this, you do react in a different way because you have concerns that might not be fair or necessary for other players.
Ben Johnson said last year was disappointing because he didn't get a chance to really see Kyler Gordon because he was injured so much, and he was looking forward to get a chance to know him better, know the competitor, know the player. It's about building trust. You can't build trust when you're on the sidelines. What we used to always say is you can't make the club in the tub, and if you're in the tub, you're trying to do everything you can to get out of that tub. First off, the tub's cold, but secondly, you need to impress these coaches to earn your job, and if you have your job, you got to keep it. This isn't you sign a 3-4 year contract and you're guaranteed your stay. It's a 1-year renewable deal. That's how players look at it. You got to compete and show up every day, and that's something that Gordon struggled with.
More importantly, that's the way the team looks at it, and the way Biggsy laid it out in terms of his contract realities. He has to understand what this year means in the context of his career. This is a contract year for Kyler Gordon because if he doesn't play and he's not available, and he doesn't have that availability, his contract is up. His time will be up in Chicago, regardless of the draft status, regardless of what he's accomplished. If you have the head coach who needs to get to know you better, that's indicting because you know how it is with coaches. What they tell you as early as when you're 10 years old. When you stop yelling, you stop caring. And I think so if you have a coach that doesn't know you well enough to even yell at you, that's pretty bad.
The best ability is availability. Kyler Gordon missed 14 games last season, 14. He had 3 different soft tissue injuries, not 1, not 2, not 3. If you have 1 big injury and keeps you out, okay, 3 separate soft tissue injuries, and then you're leading into this year with a 4th, that's a bad trend.
Fourth down, the saga continues. The Bear Stadium battle was a source of contention and also conversation this morning with Mike Florio.
The moment that Indiana, through its governor, signed into law the package that the Bears wanted for the Bears to move to Indiana, what was the first thing the Bears said? We're still talking to Illinois. So I could understand why there would be people in the Illinois legislature thinking that they're never going to move to Indiana. This is about getting the best possible deal. And maybe we won't give them any deal. Or maybe we'll take it right up to the 11th hour and give them something less than what they're looking for and let them choose at that point. But I really do think that's what it comes down to. How serious are the Bears about leaving the state altogether?
I think Mike Florio brings up a valid point right there. You know, I'm a big card player, like Texas Hold'em. Are the Bears bluffing about their ability to move to Hammond? Do they really want to move to Hammond? And then where do they sit right now with the mega projects deal?
Everybody wants to know because Sunday is May 31st and the deadline's for action and you're waiting for some. So what happened today was obviously there was a report released by Cook County Treasurer Maria Pappas, and it said that essentially the Bears are going to receive big tax break. They're going to pay $14 million in taxes but save as much as $39 per year. And the conclusion was, yeah, if they pick Hammond, it would be a better deal. That's not exactly news because we've been maintaining that all along. If it were that simple, they would have committed already to the state of Indiana. They haven't because they want to get this done. They want to get the mega projects bill completed and passed in Springfield. That's going to be complicated. We could be reaching a case where Sunday comes, the deadline falls, and they've only gotten it through the Senate. There may be a special session that's necessary, talking to people involved. Chris Welch may have to step in. If that's the case, it may be June. I still think that there's a confidence level from people involved that this bill will get done. Arlington Heights will be the site, but distractions like the last few days with Mayor Johnson saying what he said, with this report, putting it on, and focusing on the Bears tax breaks and all that they will benefit from this Arlington Heights project, yes, it does create more conversation and controversy. So I still think there's confidence, but it's getting a little tricky.
So I got two questions for you, David. The first one is, looking into it, obviously limited knowledge here, don't all stadiums in the NFL get these tax breaks, these tax certainty?
Yeah.
And then secondly, I heard that the traffic study hasn't been done. Is this on the Bears, something that they maybe dropped the ball on? Because
That's a good point.
that was something that was important.
It's a very good point. The Bears deserve to be, I think, shared responsibility for this as much as the Department of Transportation, because the traffic study not being completed this far into the process, yes, it demands an explanation. You have to hold people accountable. This is a public process. Where is the traffic study this far into the mix? And then the other thing is, as you ask, all teams receive breaks. The Bears, if they paid $14 million in taxes, is similar to what the Rams pay for SoFi, which is $14 million out there for a more expensive stadium. So this continues, the saga goes on, and everyone's a little bit tired of it, but we're in the final stages.
Okay, good to hear.
All right, coming up, don't go anywhere. The Bears, as they prepare for Phase 3 of the preseason program, top storylines for OTAs. We'll head to Clay's Corner. And White Sox baseball leads the way on the Chicago Sports Network right now, but we still cover the Bulls, the Blackhawks, and the entire offseason. Stream the games that matter, as well as the Big Pro Football Show and the Chicago Lead with the CHSN All Access Plan. Start your 7-day free trial at subscribe.chsn.com. Chicago Sports Network, full stream ahead.